Hello everybody, today I'm going to share with you these red indicator bulbs. Now, I recently picked these up at a thrift store and showed them in my Finds of the Day video. And some of you provided some fantastic information about these bulbs in the comments of that video. So thank you very much for that. I always appreciate great information about these types of things. And we'll use some of that to find the etches on some of these bulbs. So anyway, let's go ahead and start looking at some of them. I think we'll take a look at this one. Now all of them, as you can see, are in these hardware Hank bags, and it looks like their original price was $1.90 or $1.69, but I got them all for 25 cents a piece. So there's one. Here's another one. Then they said 95 cents at the store. They were obviously trying to get rid of these things. Here they actually wrote on the bag 7 watt, 120 volt. Actually put the type it is on there. That's nice. This one just says 6 watt. Sticker's missing. This one they also wrote on the same thing. This one there's nothing written on it, but on the other side we have a whole bunch of different stickers. 209, 105, and then finally 25 cents. It probably was $1.69 again. 6 watt, and another 6 watt. So it looks like they just hung them like this. They cut a hole in them, or I don't know why they didn't hang them like this. Maybe they were hung like this and somebody cut a hole in them. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, we have 4 different versions of these bulbs here, and I thought I'd do them all in the same video because why not? So I'm going to go ahead and sort them real quick so we can take a look at the different versions that are here. I believe I got 3 of one kind and 2 of all the others. I believe these go together and these go together. I think. Let me look closer. Yep. Okay, so here's the 4 different versions that we have. And I guess we'll go ahead and start with this one over here, since it's closest to me. These are GE bulbs, and well, there's no code written on these, but those have the code written on them. So, of course, we have the bag. Let's go ahead and take one of them out. So here is the bulb itself. And we can see 7 watt is all that is written on it. And on the base we have GE USA. And the really interesting thing with these bulbs, as you can probably see, this lighting in here is absolutely terrible, is that it's shaped like a nightlight bulb, as I guess you would call it, because we don't have the normal tip on it, or somewhat of a tip, that you would get with a actual like Christmas style bulb, or a C7. Now, they do call these, C7, but just the top of them is rounded like the nightlight bulbs. So very interesting. Very cool. This is I believe, some type of a... It's almost like a cinnamon color when it's off. We'll screw it in here and let's turn it on. And it's a very, very deep, awesome red when on. Now the camera makes it look like just a regular red that you'd see every day, but in person this is a amazing red. It is absolutely beautiful. So a fantastic bulb. I love the nightlight style shape of it. I love the etch. It does smell for some reason. Probably the coating. But yeah, just an overall beautiful bulb. So, we'll go ahead and turn that one off and put it back in its little bag here. We'll move on up to this one, which is also a GE. You can see the code is written on here. So let's go ahead and open it up. It's a slightly different version, as you can see. Same shape of the bulb anyway, a nightlight style shape. And on the base this time we have GE 120 volt 7 watt Korea. So obviously we went from USA to overseas here. Still a pretty cool bulb. So let's put it in. Let's turn it on. Oh yes, this is the one that burned out on me as soon as I turned it on. Because I tried these out because I wanted to see if they worked. And yeah, this one lasted about 2 seconds and then burned out on me. But I'll still keep it just because of the shape. I'll put it in a jar or something unique. I keep unique burned out bulbs, but if they're not unique, like the shape here is unique for being colored like that. But other than that, it's useless. So this is the exact same thing. And the siren's going off because it's noon. So yep, same exact thing. So let's go ahead and put it in the socket, and hopefully this one won't burn up on us real quick. Looks like it's lasting. Lasted longer than the other one. Yeah, it's a very nice even red to it. It's not as deep of a red as these, but it is still a nice red. You can see some type of the coating is coming off here. The camera is having the hardest time focusing on this thing because it just thinks it's a blob of red. But again, very cool nightlight style shape. Now we'll get into the ones that I think are the most interesting. I really enjoy these next ones. Well, see, look at that. They cut the bag and now I can't even get the darn thing in there. These I think are the most interesting. Well, actually I want to save that one for last. These are obviously, they kind of look like a regular style light bulb, but they're not. They're 6 watt. These are GE. One of them, as you can see here, isn't coated all the way, and we'll use this one because I have a little story for it. Now, I can't remember the catalog number for this. I know somebody mentioned it, but kind of like an S-shaped bulb, and I really like the design of these. Much better than the nightlight style ones, because I think it's very unique. This type of appliance bulb, I guess you could call it as well, because some appliances use these little tiny bulbs. But on the base we can see G, USA. But you can also see it's, you know, clear here at the base. Now the other one isn't like that. The coating goes all the way down to the base. But this one isn't. So it's interesting. Now, I remember saying in my Finds of the Day video that I bought all of them except for 2 that the bases were loose on. And it was these. It was 2 of these that looked just like this one with the clear bottom on it. And when I first took it out, and I noticed that when I did this, the base was coming loose. So obviously I didn't want to buy something that was already broken. But yeah, these bulbs had loose bases, and this one doesn't, and that one doesn't either. I tested all of these before I got them. Let's go ahead and screw it in. And there is an etch on the bulb. Well, this one just says 6 watt. But the other one has more of a substantial etch on it. Wow, this camera is having the hardest time focusing on any of this. I believe that says 6 watt. And you can kind of see inside there. Kind of. It's very hard with this big socket. But we'll screw in the other one, because the other one has the actual full-fledged etch on it. There we go. Obviously this is the same thing, it's just coated down a little further. Or maybe they cemented it in better. Not too sure. But there's this one, you can see a thicker coating at the top. Well, you can't. Oh well. Come on, let's get the etch here at least. Okay, there you go. GE 6 watt 120. Very cool. I don't know why the other one didn't have the GE or 120 on it. But yeah, this one has all of that. So very unique. Take that one out and put it back in here. Now I wanted to check just again to see if this was a GE bulb or just some off-brand. And yeah, it is a GE. It says it on it. Weird. Now these 2 I think are the most unique out of all of them. They don't have any stamp on them of what they are, and I didn't notice anything on them until I turned them on. Very cool bulbs. So, look at how tiny this one is compared to the GE version. You can see it is shorter, than the GE version. It has a very nice, beautiful blue glass base on it, which is hard to see in the camera here, but a very beautiful base on it. We don't see any etch on the outside of the bulb. So let's go ahead and screw it in here. There we go. Let's turn it on. What a beautiful red, and you can see it's a little thin right there, but it's absolutely beautiful. Can you see it? It's a Westinghouse. Awesome. Westinghouse 6 watt, 115 to 125 volt USA. Now it is very hard to get this etch on camera because there is a date code on it, and I'm really hoping I'm getting it all for you for somebody that can maybe read it. But I'll turn on the other one as well, and maybe that one is easier to read. But I did not expect these to be Westinghouse because all the others are GE, so I thought, maybe it's the same thing. Another blue glass insulator. Beautiful. Hold on. Oh yeah, the etch is there. You just cannot see it because the coating of the red is so thick on the bulb. But you can see the Westinghouse right there. Just the coating is so thick we can't read anything else. Great. But a very nice thick red. Let me see if I can read any of it off camera. No, I can't read anything other than the Westinghouse there. And it does have the same 3 dots that the other bulb had. So, yeah. Interesting. I guess the other bulb you could read a lot easier than this one. So anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed this semi-long video of these really cool red indicator bulbs. These things are, I think, just super unique. Once again, I really do hope you enjoyed, and also please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.